headaches, migraines, depression, chronic worrying, and nothing was life-threatening, but it just seemed to overtake my life, especially when the migraines got worse. And the more I focused on trying to change everything matter to matter, the more I got into high beta, and the more things just seemed to be getting worse and worse. And in college, I got severely depressed and was on and off antidepressants for the last 15 years. And about 10 years ago, I got a migraine that was so bad it lasted for an entire year and it never went away. Sometimes the intensity would be better or worse, but the pain was always there and I couldn't work, and I just went to more and more doctors and acupuncture and herbs and anything that I could think of, but it was just making it worse. And eventually that migraine subsided where I could work again and be normal, but I would always have pain almost every day. And about a year ago, I was having a lot of digestive issues and the migraines and problems with my mood and just overall fatigue. And I started reading You Are the Placebo, and it made absolute sense. Everything that I was reading was pretty much directed to me. And shortly after, I started meditating, and then I went to the Vancouver retreat, which was February of this year. And it was just so amazing, and it's like so eye-opening. It was so wonderful to be around so many people that were meditating and doing the work with me. And I got a coherence healing on the last day. And when I went to Vancouver, the intention was to heal myself, you know, as Anna, as an adult. But as I got to Vancouver, more and more things were bringing me joy, and I found myself giggling as a little girl during the walking meditation. And then in the middle of the coherence healing, I started giggling, but again, it was a little girl's voice. It wasn't my adult voice giggling. And I was just kind of running in place while I was lying there in the middle of the healing. And I just felt like an earthquake of love shaking the ground, and then I was being electrocuted with joy. And I just felt so joyful and so light, and it was so wonderful. And I stood up after the healing and started jumping up and down and hugging everyone and telling them I felt so well and so wonderful. And I got the download during a meditation that I was healed. And that was in February of this year. And since then, my symptoms have gotten a lot better. I'm off a lot of my medications. The migraines are less intense and less frequent. I just stopped taking the antidepressants a couple days before coming here. So overall, I'm feeling better, but I didn't have the instant healing that I had seen on so many testimonials and that I was hopeful for. But now I understand that for me, it kind of needed to be more gradual, and I needed to keep overcoming myself and stop feeling separate from the healing, because that was frustrating me even in these last couple months since Vancouver. The days that I have a headache or I'm feeling kind of nervous about something, I'll get frustrated and be like, well, what's going on? I thought I was healed. But it's just me feeling separate from it and trying to surrender to the process. And that's what I've learned a lot this week here in Portland, is letting go of the separation and just trusting in the unknown and surrendering. And today I got another coherence healing, and Dr. Joe came into the room to prepare us from before we went up to go into the healing. And he said to just surrender and to not feel guilty, because we haven't done anything wrong, that we haven't been able to heal ourselves. Sometimes he said it just takes a great amount of energy to overcome yourself and overcome your environment and your job and everything else. And that just resonated with me so much, because I had been feeling kind of frustrated. I mean, I've seen testimonials of people curing cancer in one meditation. I'm like, I just have migraines and some digestive issues. It's not a big deal. But yet I hadn't gotten the instant healing that I've been hoping for. And today in the coherence healing, it felt like a tornado of love. It was just going round and round and round, and so much love and so much joy. And I started giggling again, and it just felt like everything had come together for that moment. And then when the healers put their hands over the heart, I felt the energy that they had given to me ripple out to them. And it was really amazing. It felt very, very intense in such a loving, wonderful way. And then afterward, when I was hugging the healers, they said they felt the energy. And one guy said he kind of felt guilty to receive so much loving energy, but then he surrendered into it. So my main takeaway is that for me and for my journey in overcoming myself and overcoming my past and being so much in my head and so overly analytical and so much in high beta, that it has to have been a gradual progression for me to get better, and that the instant healing wasn't necessarily what I needed, because I needed to keep surrendering to the unknown and keep trusting the process and keep tuning into the energy that I am healed, even if I am having a migraine that day. And also I can try to listen to my body if I am having pain and maybe trying to tell me something. Maybe I'm stressed from something going on in the environment. Maybe I need to take care of myself more. I know if I go more than a couple days without meditating, I start to feel like I'm worrying more and my mood isn't as great. So I can kind of use it to my advantage as an indication of there being something either in my thoughts or in my environment that I need to focus on in order to overcome it, so that it doesn't take over my body like it did in the past and take over my mind. So just trying to use it as kind of as a blessing, because I'm trying to see everything as a blessing in disguise, even if it's pain, as something for me to tune into and another opportunity for me to grow and to overcome myself in another way.